Ladies and gentlemen, there's a strength hidden in silence, a power most people overlook. You felt it, haven't you? That moment when you step away, not because you're running from something, but because you're choosing to return to yourself. The world is loud, full of noise, expectations, demands, but in the quiet, something shifts. You find your center. Silence isn't a void, it's a space of creation. It's where your true power grows, not in flashy displays or loud confrontations, but in quiet contemplation. When you withdraw, you're not giving up, you're gaining clarity. You're stepping back, not to retreat, but to see the bigger picture. Most people expect a fight when conflict arises. They think strength is about matching their energy, fire for fire, word for word, but you know better. You've mastered the art of leaving when it's needed most. No last words, no dramatic scenes, just a simple, graceful departure. And in that moment, you gain the upper hand. Silence speaks louder than any argument could. It leaves space for reflection, not just for others, but for yourself. You step away, not defeated, but empowered. You leave behind a stillness, a void that no one else can fill. In silence, you find peace. But more than that, you find perspective. The noise of the world, the chaos of others, suddenly fades, leaving you with what truly matters, your own thoughts, your own path. Those who expected a reaction, who wanted to pull you into their storm, are left with nothing. There's a certain kind of power in giving nothing away. Silence strips away the distractions and forces others to confront their own weaknesses. It's not just about what you withhold, but about the space you create for yourself. In the quiet, you learn to listen to your own mind, to your own emotions. You become attuned to the thoughts that truly matter, not the noise from others. In solitude, you can examine your own fears, your doubts, and confront them on your own terms. It's here that the real transformation begins. Silence isn't just a tool to disarm others. It's a tool to empower yourself. It's in those quiet moments when you sit alone with your thoughts that you discover who you really are. The world tells you to react, to engage, to prove yourself. But the truth is, the most profound strength comes from mastering your internal world first. Think about this for a moment. When you choose not to react, you maintain control. You become the master of your own emotional landscape. People around you may seek to provoke, to pull you into their chaos, but their power ends where your silence begins. By not engaging, you send a clear message. You are beyond their games. You refuse to be manipulated by noise and drama. And that's where the real battle is won, in the space between stimulus and response. You hold the key to your own peace. It's easy to think that battles are won through loud victories, through public displays of strength. But the truth is, the quiet struggles, the ones fought in solitude, are where real growth happens. No one sees the internal wars you wage, the nights spent wrestling with your doubts, fears, and insecurities. But in that silence, you are forging something stronger than any external victory. It's in these moments, in the quiet persistence of your inner journey, that you build character. You learn to weather the storm without seeking validation, without applause. The strength you gain is pure, untouched by the need for recognition. You endure not because someone is watching, but because you know who you are becoming in the process. Conflict often thrives on reactions. It's a dance of engagement, a back-and-forth exchange that pulls you into its orbit. But when you remove yourself from that dynamic, you shift the entire game. You're no longer a participant in someone else's drama. You've stepped into your own power. In this space, you redefine the terms. You decide what matters and what doesn't. And in doing so, You free yourself from the chains of other people's expectations. Silence becomes your shield, your space for growth. In solitude, you find strength, not because you're avoiding the world, but because you're preparing yourself to face it with new eyes. It's in this silence that you connect with your purpose, with the deeper meaning behind your actions. Others may thrive in noise, in validation, in being seen. But you thrive in the quiet, because it's where you build the foundation of who you truly are. So embrace the silence. It's not an absence, it's a presence, a powerful, unshakable presence that no one can take from you. The quiet doesn't weaken you, it fortifies you. And when you step back into the world, you do so with a clarity and focus that others can only envy. The world will try to pull you into its noise, its distractions, its endless chase for attention. But you don't need any of that. You've found your strength in silence. You've mastered the art of stepping away, of choosing when to speak and when to listen to the quiet voice within. And in that silence, you rise, stronger, wiser, and more powerful than ever before.